Hello, everyone. We are going to be looking into the passing of Liam Payne, who is the former One Direction member who passed away on October 16th in Argentina. His death occurred after falling from the third floor of his hotel. A 911 call from the hotel described him as being aggressive and under the influence of drugs and alcohol, leading to concerns about his safety. The preliminary autopsy report revealed that Liam died from multiple traumatic injuries and internal and external bleeding caused by the fall. Okay, so a lot of people are questioning him being scared of maybe something going on with like the P. Diddy issues and being connected to that. And then there was also a podcast 2 days before his passing from an ex-girlfriend of his who was also writing a book about him. So let's look into this and see what we get. As always, please remember that this is an energy reading. It's all alleged, my opinion, not fact. What can we know about Liam's state of mind? When he woke up that morning. What was his state of mind when he woke up that morning? We have 4 of Swords. I want to see what the book says for that card. 1 second. Okay, so Judgment. Nothing can stop Raven. She rescues a young girl, perhaps a harbinger of her younger self, from zombies as she moves through the graveyard towards her unavoidable destiny. Okay. Unavoidable rest. This kind of gives me the energy of like, I'm just over it. I feel like I have nothing else to right from waking up in the morning. I mean, this shows someone who's in bed. So right before I even get out of bed, I feel like I've made some kind of decision here with Judgment. I've made some kind of decision here. Hanged Man. Let me see what the Hanged Man says in this. An old skeleton. It is unearthed inside the ancient walls of the house. He has always been there. He will always be there. The old ghost sees the world with a new set of eyes. Everything is turned upside down. I'm tired of doing this. I've made some kind of final decision. I feel like my world is being turned upside down. To me, this feels like it's talking about that book that the ex was getting ready to release. Almost like I feel like the way that the world will judge me after this is going to be something that completely turns everything that's not already upside down more upside down for me. 2 of Cups, yeah. Confirmation on the why can't we really see this? Confirmation on the issues with the book. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. There we go. That's better. So I do feel like there's this energy of I've made some kind of decision here because I feel like when this book comes out, I'm not going to be able to handle the judgments that come with it. Clarify 4 of Swords. Yeah, the Empress. It's interesting how she's like holding this light in her hand here. I didn't really know too much about Liam, so I was watching like a little rundown on what had been going on. And in that rundown, they were talking about the book from the ex and how he, as in Liam, allegedly kept trying to contact said ex and was, kind of saying, I'm not in a good place. And they were saying on that podcast how just like they were talking about following count, like she's at like 600K or something like that, and it was way lower before dating him, and like kind of how she may be using this as a bit of her building up of publicity for herself, um, and at his expense. And that's what that just made me think. Like, I'm fostering my own stardom here, and as she's doing that, he's in this monsters under the bed type energy, feeling like everything's ending for him as she's focusing on what this is doing for her own path. Um, Clarified judgment by the Wheel of Fortune. I made a final decision to go forward with something. I as in Liam woke up that morning having a final decision in mind about something that he was going to go forward with, is how this is reading to me. Hanged Man. Yeah, 9 of Swords. So the Hanged Man was what we read about the world being turned upside down, and the 9 of Swords is worry, anxiety, overwhelm. I can't handle feeling like my world is completely turned upside down. What else did that Hanged Man card say? One second. An old skeleton. Skeletons in the closet is what that was making me think. Whatever was going to be implied or implicated, because I know that the X changed the book to, like, changed the names and made it different than just, like, a factual, writing. So this to me is, like, what the book was meant to imply about him was something that he felt would turn everyone's judgment against him, and he was already not in a good state, feeling like the world had been turned upside down, and this was like, "Okay, my world's never gonna get back in order here." I thought that was an alarm, it's not. Okay, the old ghost sees the world with a new set of eyes. It's like he couldn't. It's like he felt like everyone would see him so differently and judge him so harshly. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles when it comes to that connection with the ex. To me, it feels like what this is saying is that he woke up that morning and already pretty much had a decision, in his mind. I have 2 cards about that decision. The Lovers. And the Devil. The Lovers and the Devil. Is that, like, foggy? Let me try and fix my camera, one second. That's my bad, I did not realize that was fuzzy the whole time. Okay, alright, so then let's look at the time frame where the hotel called the police to say that he was not doing well. What was going on in that time frame with Liam? The Sun, 6 of Swords in reverse, 4 of Swords in reverse. Shining light on a one-way street towards releasing my protection. So, like, doing something that's going to leave me in an unprotected position, and there's no looking back, and I'm shining light on it now. Page of Swords. See the house? He fell from what, the 3rd story or 4th story? This is 3 here. It's like, see how, like, kind of giving dark angel vibes here. I'm shining light on a one-way street, or no changing my mind. I'm not going into calmer waters. I'm set in this decision to not protect myself as dark angel, and this house here feels like he made the decision in when he woke up, the decision was made, and then that day, the partying, the whatever was going on where other people could see, I don't know if that was in the lobby or what, but it feels like all of that was I'm at the end of my rope, and I know that I'm about to lose my grip here. I'm at the end of my rope, and I know I'm about to lose my grip here. The sun. Yeah, there's the Hanged Man again. Shining light again on my world being turned upside down. Skeletons in the closet. 6 of Swords reversed. 3 of Wands. I'm looking forward to this now. Maybe not looking forward is not the right way to word it, but I know that I've made this decision and this is where it's heading. 4 of Pentacles reversed. 6 of Wands. That's interesting because we're talking about when they called on him and said that there was a situation to the police. 4 of Wands reversed. I'm releasing my protection to not. I'm releasing my protection to do the fall. 6 of Wands would be some element of like the public. So I almost wonder if he was kind of like trying to get the attention and see if there would be intervention in time. Like, almost like I've made this decision. The only thing that can really stop it is if someone stops it by force type of thing. Um, so I do almost wonder if that behavior was a little bit of like a cry for help at the last moment when it was probably already too late. But like, if I'm this rambunctious and someone calls and they happen to stop me, then it wasn't meant to be type of thing. Is kinda how I'd word that. I had just looked at the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Page of Swords. Goes back to that Lover's card. And this is the one with the building on it. Releasing myself from the building. Already made the decision, one-way street, shining light on I already made the decision to release myself from the building. Because my world has been turned upside down. Now I know that I've made the decision, I'm just taking action towards it. Something about the public needing last cry of help to the public. And it goes back to that Lover's card, which feels to be the X. Yeah, 8 of Swords. I'm trapped in feeling like my world is turned upside down and I can't think of anything else. Queen of Wands. One-way street, looking forward to it now. Queen of Wands, Social Queen, that book. The book / the podcast. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. 6 of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. That owl makes me think of the divine intervention. Like, I really feel like the way that he conducted himself prior to this happening, I feel like it was, okay, if I'm really not supposed to go through with this, I'm letting someone have the opportunity to stop it in time. But I don't know if that was like on a higher consciousness level or that was like an active. I don't really tend to believe it was like an active thought, more of like soul level awareness type of thing. I don't know how to explain. Page of Swords, the Lovers, 4 of Wands. Four of Wands makes me think, allegedly, I'm scared to go through with this, but I finally do because I feel like I have no other choice, and I made that decision this morning and then proceeded with the rest of the day to prepare me for this. Wasn't sure if I'd actually be able to go through with it or not, but I do because it is over this card with the house on it. That's what I'm getting. I don't know what else to ask. Let me think. What was going through Liam's mind when he was in the hotel room, um, right before the going off the balcony? What was his mind like? 10 of Pentacles, the Emperor. I'm solid in my decision. I'm grounded in my decision. I feel like this is the decision that's best for me long term. The action that I'm taking, I feel is best for me long term. The Tower. Can't even see like the Tower in this 10. And see how it's the 10 of Pentacles tarot card, and then in the background is like a scene of it, right? It's making me think like there's such a difference between how he felt like he would feel in a position of fame and all of that and versus what it actually felt like. It's almost like there was such a gap between how it should feel to be able to be in a position where you don't really have to worry about anything and you're successful and people know you worldwide and all of that. It's like it feels like it just never felt it as fulfilling to him as he wanted it to, and I think that that's because of a lot of darkness that he was surrounded by. Um, and I almost feel like a little bit of guilt from him about that. Like I should be happy. I should, you know, be able to mentally make myself okay. I have the means to, I have the potential support to, but it's like there's just a part of him that feels very broken, and it's almost like because of the position that he was in to maintain composure in every social situation, it just feels like he had to bury that part of him down and it never was able to fully heal. And I guess I'd say it feels to me like the situations unfolding with him recently was kind of that final nail in the coffin, so to speak, where it was like almost like if you had this one wound that was responsible for all of the bad things that have happened in your life, like the choices that you've made, the situations that you've manifested to be able to try and heal it, right? Like it's almost like if all of a sudden the band-aid that you had on this wound was ripped off, and not only was the wound exposed to you, but it was going to be exposed to the literal whole world. Um, and it feels like he tried so hard to not face that wound that he was like, I can't have everyone in the world face this with me and hate me for it. Now I'm not blaming the ex per se for what happened because, there's a lot of other factors that feel to be in the pot with that, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like it's not just that. That's not the only ingredient here. But I do feel like imagine you have a pot of boiling water and you pour in more water and now it's boiling all over the place instead of just in the that's the energy that I get from this. It caused an overflow that just felt too much to handle. I'm really not feeling like this is anything P. Diddy related, anything nefarious. I'm feeling like this is someone who just had enough. Um, someone who couldn't put on a brave face for the world anymore because he felt like the mask that he used to put on that brave face when it was too difficult to, he felt like that mask was gonna be taken and his whole this feeling of forced vulnerability. Imagine being in, like, the darkest time of your life mentally, having to act like everything is fine externally, and then all of a sudden, it's like anything you used as self-protection tactics are gone, and it's everyone sees this vulnerability that you weren't even yet ready to face within yourself. It feels like that, um it feels like that. And it also feels as though there's something very specific in that interview that the ex did a couple days before, and again, not blaming her, but I feel like there's something in there that in his mind, he was like, "Oh, I know where this is going. I know what direction this is going in terms of the book or in terms of, like, um, the public perception/reaction to the book." Almost like something in that podcast interview solidified his worst case scenario of what he expected to unfold after this book came out. Um, and again, I'm not trying to blame anyone, I'm just telling you what I see. Um, because to be honest with you, I a little expected this to be something related to, like, the industry or P. Diddy or somebody knowing something about somebody, and I'm just not seeing that. Um 'Cause I'm, to be honest with you, seeing this as a decision that he made. Um, what were those final moments like? What were those final moments like for him? Same card, 10 of Pentacles. I'm solid in my decision. Knight of Wands. I'm taking inspired action. Look, under the moon there. Page of Pentacles. That's so interesting. I'm solid in my decision. I'm taking inspired action under the moon. Page of Pentacles is almost like I'm offering myself up before I make it worse for other people. Would that be his child? Like, he is a child, right? I'm pretty sure I heard that in the podcast. This gives me the vibes of like, I'm solid in my decision. I feel like not only is this decision best for me, but it also protects someone else or like 8 of Swords. I feel like in his mind, yeah, 10 of Wands there. I'm trapped in this burden. I feel like in his mind, there was some bit of why he made this choice, this decision that I believe was a decision. Um, it's like I'm as much as this is gonna hurt my child, I feel like this is better than the other route, and I don't know if that route is just him going into utter self-destruction from not being able to handle the public scrutiny from the book and being painted about him. I don't know if it's like I'm protecting my child and other people who love me from witnessing me go down this self-sabotage route that I feel like is just gonna destroy my image permanently. It's almost I guess I'd say there's this feeling of, like, I know how bad my mind is right now, and I'm fearing my own mind's, self-destruction protocol. So I need to feel the wound now instead of feeling it publicly with everybody else witnessing it as well. And either way, it's gonna lead to self-destruction. I either self-destruct now or I have a prolonged destruction in front of everybody. I know that sounds really morbid, but that's what I'm getting. Let me just get clarifiers and then we're gonna end this for now. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, yeah. I'm solid in my decision when it comes to 9 of Pentacles is kinda giving me, like, take myself out of the running here. Um, Knight of Wands, the Devil. Taking quick action from a toxic state of mind. Page of Pentacles, Hanged Man again. Yeah, my world has been turned upside down. And there's 2 different ways to self-destruct. One is quick, and then one is long and also takes other people down with me because they have to witness me self-destruct. Yeah, there's 5 of Wands. There's the self-destruct. I'm trapped in self-destruction. 10 of Wands, the burden. 9 of Cups. Look, it's the same thing with the, tarot card picture and then the real life picture here. It's like I got what I thought I wanted, and I'm still not okay. I'm still drowning under these everything I want is being overwhelmed by the burdens that I feel. I'm trapped in this self-destructive energy. I'm protecting the people that love me so they don't have to witness me self-destruct in front of the whole world. That's what I'm getting. I'm sorry that's kinda morbid. Um, what would be his sign-off card? Like, oh, Queen of Wands. Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like the book was the final nail in the coffin, and the podcast solidified the damage that he felt the book was gonna do. Um, I don't feel like this is Pete Diddy related. I understand a lot of you do. I get that. I'm not getting that at all. Now, may that have also been a factor? I'm fearing repercussions from what I know, and that's another one of those ingredients in the pot like I referenced before. Yeah, that I mean, sure. Um, but I don't think this is anyone sent to take him out. That's not what I'm getting. Please remember that this is an energy reading. It's all alleged, my opinion, not facts. Thank you for watching.